What is up, Mav fans and hoop heads? Wish everyone good vibes out there. I'm AG, your host. Welcome on into another episode of Mavs Rundown. Appreciate you all for listening. Man, you joined me on a good night because the Mavs take care of business at home against the Pelicans, 127-117. That sounds good, but then you realize the Pelicans did not have CJ McCollum tonight, Brandon Ingram, or Zion, and on top of that, Larry Nance, if you want to add him in there. But they didn't have, their top three players. But Mavs were able to take care of business tonight. Kind of got a little close at the end, but hey, able to take care of business. That's all we need. Dub at the end of the night. In the season, they don't ask how, they ask how many. So good stuff by the Mavs. Just take care of business. Starters tonight were Luka, Spencer, Tim Hardaway, Seawood, and Dwight Powell started tonight because of obviously Jonas down low. So you don't just have Seawood by himself down there dealing with Jonas. But yeah, so first quarter, Mavs basically take control of this lesser team, as they should. And JaVale McGee got in there because Seawood and Dwight Powell both got 2 fouls pretty early. I don't say early, but midway. So they had to put McGee in there. He got in his 6 minutes, man. He had 2 points, which was a driving scoop layup on Jonas Valanciunas, and right on him down the lane. It was really nice. 5 rebounds and 2 blocks in his 6 minutes, and just in the first quarter. So already good stuff. That kind of was a foreshadowing of what he was going to be able to do the rest of the night. And the Mavs were up 34-15 at the end of the first quarter. Luka already had 14, 5 and 2. Seawood had 9 and 3 in his limited minutes. And then the second quarter, Mavs basically maintained the lead, and Pelicans started playing a little bit harder. Basically, the second and third were basically kind of the same thing. The Pelicans kind of won those quarters. Well, technically, they won the fourth too. But the second and third quarter, they were really, really fighting back. Not going to get to the fourth quarter in a minute, but they won those quarters. But the Mavs were also able to just kind of maintain this lead, just keep it above, head above water. It was over a 10-point lead though, like the whole time. So that was a good thing. Third quarter though, Luka threw a no-look lob to Seawood. It was so nice. Looked out the defender, lobbed up like a scoop lob. Seawood caught it over the defender, and he was able to yam it in. Go look that up if you haven't seen it. In the third quarter, Mavs up 97-81. Fourth quarter, something happened with the telecast. It got switched over, so I had to switch over to the Pelicans one, and man, are they trash, bro. Like, for real. Well, just, as another NBA person listening on their stuff, they are trash. Dude even called Jane Hardy Bullock. Oh, and Bullock with the layup. Like, what? Like, dude, get your eyes checked. Like, know who the players are on the court at least. Like, shit, you the announcer. Fucking know that. It was, they were just complaining every time Luka get his foul. They were complaining about it, like, overly complaining about it, to just kind of just little something and then leave it alone. Kind of like how our guys are more respectful about it. You could tell they're just straight homers, and they're trash telecast if you're listening again from someone else. Anyway, moving on. Fourth quarter, good stuff. We were basically able to put them away right at the end. Then literally we put in as soon as we take, well, even with Luka in at the end of the game, we had a 4 guard and Seawood at the 5, and none of those other guards besides Luka was Spencer Dinwiddie. It was Jaden Hardy, Frank Ntilikina, and then I think they switched between. It was basically Wright. Theo Pinson got some play in there right at the end too. Whenever they took Luka out, but man. Even right at the end, it was kind of looking sloppy. I could tell it was probably Jason Kidd trying to try some things, try this 4 guard and all this type of stuff, but just wasn't really working with the guys that we have on the roster. And the more and more you try to make Frank dribble the ball, the more his trade value is going to go down, because he is not that type of guy. Doing too much. End of the fourth quarter, man, was a mess. Mavs were giving up shot attempts easy baskets. Obviously, when you have a bunch of guards out there, they basically still had their starters, and we put in our, still the end of the bench. And man, it was tough. They almost made a little comeback at the end, but Mavs were able to seal this thing away. I think at one point they even got it between like a 2 possession game. So it was that kind of like, really, are we about to? We better not lose this game. But other than that, able to pull it out. There was a Hardy layup in the forecourt that was so nasty, man. He's so athletic, at least for what Mavs fans are accustomed to seeing. We're not used to seeing a guy so athletic and makes plays like that. Dennis Smith Jr. was good too, though. He was athletic, but the way Hardy is, he combines that athleticism with craftiness. There was a layup attempt. He drove the lane, and you thought he was going to get stopped by, I think it was Jonas, maybe down low, or somebody. He just looked like he had nowhere else to go, and he found his way around that guy, and just boop, all of a sudden you see the ball, his hand come out the other side, and the ball going up for a layup. You're just like, what? And good stuff from him. Mavs able to win this game, obviously, as I said, 127-117. And in this game, Jaden Hardy got 21 minutes. Came off the bench. I think his first minutes was in the second quarter, but was able to score. Even instantly gave us a bucket, able to hit his first three later on. Doing great stuff. 15 points on 7 of 9 shooting. Even got himself a rebound and 2 steals in there. Just good minutes from him off the bench. They cut Kemba Walker. If you didn't know that, they cut him recently on Friday, day before his contract became guaranteed. So hey, business is business. But it's pretty crazy. It kind of fucked up if you think about it from a person. But business standpoint, it sounds, makes sense. Anyway, moving on. But yeah, anyway, they cut him to make room for Wright and Jaden Hardy. I keep forgetting Wright. McKinley, my bad, bro. McKinley, Wright, and Jaden Hardy minutes. I guess see what they got. McKinley Wright's pretty solid. He's a little bit short for me for defense to be playing him, because he doesn't bring that JJ-ness on offense, at least, to give let him play out on defense. But does play pretty solid defense for his size. Jaden Hardy, though, in his minutes, great, as I said. Other guys up really off the bench. Before I get to like these starters, like that end of the fourth quarter was not good. Frank Ntilikina didn't do so well. Had a crucial turnover, just trying to dribble the ball, falling into the trap. Theo Pinson, I don't know. He had some free throws, but those guys really got to be like, damn, we got to do better for sure, because that was not good. Anyway, let's get to the starter. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this, man. Luka Doncic, 34 points. Can't believe I haven't mentioned him. It's how many? 8 minutes in this pod. I didn't mention Luka. Luka Doncic, 34 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Got his triple-double. I forgot how many triple-doubles all time. He's climbing up the ladder. 30-point triple-doubles. Crazy. But he also had a block to go along with that tonight. 10 of 23 shooting, not the best, but 3 of 6 from 3 and 11 of 15 from free throw line. Pretty solid numbers. Wish the free throw line was a little bit better, though, but hey, it is what it is. Seawood tonight, though, in his 24 minutes, 28 points. He had 28 points tonight, 6 rebounds and assists, and 2 blocks, continuing his 2-block streak. That's good. 9 of 14, 4 of 7 from 3, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Good stuff. That 2-block effort, that streak going, is showing that he's putting in effort on defense. So that's good to see. Spencer Dinwiddie tonight, 32 minutes, 12 points, 3 of 6, 0 of 2 from 3, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. As I said, only 12 points, 4 assists, rebound and 4 assists. Didn't see him super aggressive. He was aggressive at one point. He almost tried to yam it on, I forgot who it was, but tried to dunk it. But not aggressive technically on free throw or shot attempts. But hey, we got the win. It's okay. He wasn't put in late in the fourth quarter, or really much of the fourth quarter. Hopefully that's just because they're trying to save him for tomorrow. That's my thinking, because there were some points at the end. I'm like, why aren't we putting Spencer in? But if you're thinking about maybe sitting Luka tomorrow night's game, because we played tomorrow night, excuse me, on yesterday's pod, when I said I thought we had a day in between games, man, it was a back-to-back right there waiting for me. But since we're going to play back-to-back tomorrow, I think they're probably going to rest Luka, since he played 39 and Spencer only 32, so to let Spencer kind of lead the way and probably gonna increase the minutes for Jaden Hardy to go off against Thunder team and whatnot. Makes sense, and get McKinley some more run and Frank and all that. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night with that. But yeah, Spencer, if he doesn't play tomorrow, then I'll be kind of like, side eye, like, well, why didn't he play at the end of the game right there? But we'll see about that. Tim Hardaway tonight had 18 points, a very solid, good game from Tim. 18 points on 7 of 9, just like Jaden Hardy, but he was 4 of 6 from 3. So good stuff by Tim Hardaway. Also had 2 rebounds, assists, and 2 steals. He was good in moments of this. There was some bad defensive lapses, but hey man, plus 19, good for him. Dwight Powell was great in his 15 minutes, but man, it doesn't describe all the little things. It's like the nuances of him and Luka's pick and roll. That where he knows that where Luka's gonna be coming right behind him. If the lob's not there, but he sees Luka driving, he literally got in the way of, I think it was whoever his defender was, and made it to where Luka just hid behind his back, was able to get an easy layup. Just little things like that, man. That great stuff by Dwight Powell being there. 2 points though for him, 4 rebounds, steal and a block. Good minutes from him. Other guys I didn't mention off the bench: Bertans tonight, 5 points, two assists. Reggie Bullock, 26 minutes tonight. You wouldn't even have noticed him out there. Only scored 1 point. It was 1 or 2 from free throw line. Didn't make any threes. Normally he's starting to shoot more, but he hasn't gotten to that type of shooting rhythm, I guess. I don't know why they're not, or he's not putting up shots. But anyway, 5 rebounds, 2 assists for him though. Still had a really good plus minus if you like that type of stuff off the bench. But that's pretty much it. I think I've gone through everybody else. AJ Lawson, they came in that last minute. But yeah, solid game from the Mavs tonight, man. Just overall, honestly, it was just an overall great team effort. They came out. Seawood, even before the game, there was a little interview we did with Mark Followell. And he mentioned these next few games are gonna, we want to be focused defensively and show, let that come out. So that's something I'm looking for. Their defensive intensity, keeping up their defense. They're apparently getting preached to, obviously by Jason Kidd about defense. Got to keep that tight. So even with our guys being out, our main defenders being out, so. Yeah, that's something I'm definitely looking forward to. And they brought that energy tonight. Even when I was listening to the Pelicans podcast, I'll give them, I'm going to even give them a little bit of shine, not just all shade. But they even said, the 50-50 balls tonight were all Dallas. And it was. Dallas was hustling, and they showed up for this game. It wasn't a letdown type of game that we kind of seen before. This was all right, come in here, take care of business. They got that lead after the first quarter, 34-15, and kind of just cruised to the end. Almost cost them at the for a minute, but overall great job by the Mavs. So yeah, get ready for the next game tomorrow night, Sunday. If you're ready for the Cowboy game, if you're Cowboys fans, it's 3:25. I believe their start time, and then right after that we got the Mavs will take on OKC at 6 o'clock. So be ready for some Dallas sports tomorrow. And Mavericks will be playing at OKC tomorrow, so not too far. They're probably a short little plane ride, or they probably won't drive, but yeah, short little plane ride. They'll be good. 6 p.m. start time, so that's good for a lot of people out there. I know a lot of people like that. But yeah, that's it. Yo, if you want to follow on Twitter, it's at Mavs_rundown. The Mavs Rundown is free on YouTube along with Spotify. Yo, I'm AG. Thanks for listening. Remember, cool heads prevail, and I'll see y'all next time with the Mavs Rundown.